I got pregnant at 13. Should I get an abortion? Should I put her up for adoption? And then literally the second I looked at the ultrasound screen, I knew I can't give up this baby. People would say, you're ruining your life. Somebody even messaged me saying, I hope you guys die in labor. I took that and I shifted it. I said, this is making my life.
I wasn't there for the 10 months, right? So Maddie had the most hate for me.
After she was born, I never really got that explanation to what was going on.
I need a dirty nose.
Okay, let me help you. We're gonna have to take it off in a minute, you know that, right? There you go. This is Everly. She is 3 years old. She's my little girl and we're super close. Here, let me spray some of this. Make your hair a little bit softer. She is so mature and so sassy. I had always looked down on teen moms, if I'm being completely honest. And I think that was just from a lack of knowing what it's really like, because whenever you see the media surrounding teen moms, you see the shows on MTV, like the Teen Mom Show, and it's just really negative and it shows a lot of drama. When I actually got pregnant, I was so scared for the reactions people were gonna get, and I did get a lot of negative reactions, a lot of hate. Can you try to wipe it off? Everybody had something to say and they didn't hold back. I had people send me the address to abortion clinics when I was about 7 months pregnant. In gym class, they would put balls in their t-shirts and be like, hi, I'm Maddie Lambert, I'm a teen mom. Somebody even messaged me saying, I hope you guys die in labor. I took that and I shifted it. I said, this is making my life. The hate made me want to do better. It made me want to show them that I'm gonna be the best mom ever. Even though I'm young, I'm gonna be the best mom they've ever seen. All right, let's put this up. Do you wanna go pick out an outfit? Everly didn't only change my life, but she saved my life. I struggled with depression before. I had a suicide attempt when I was 13, before I got pregnant with Everly. You wanna wear this one?
Yeah.
I was having trouble finding my place on this earth and why I was here. When I found out that I was pregnant with her, it gave me a reason to fight. But if you're depressed, please don't go get pregnant. Go outside, get some fresh air.
Hey for Everly's, it's Maddie and Everly.
When Everly was about 4 months old, I decided on a whim, okay, we look cute today. You know what, I'm gonna go film a YouTube video.
Today I'm going to be talking about how I found out I was pregnant.
My first video I ever posted ended up going viral.
I just didn't know what was gonna happen, you know, because I was pregnant at 14.
Today, I am going to be filming a video for my YouTube channel with Everly's dad, Isaac, my ex-boyfriend. I'm quite nervous and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. We're gonna discuss co-parenting and how we've kind of made it work through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Everly! Come here! Give me a big hug! Oh, I miss you. How are you? It's beautiful. Oh, is that your toy car? When Maddie first found out that she was pregnant, I was 15, turning 16. I missed you. I thought it was all just a joke, it wasn't real. Let's go upstairs. And then when she showed me the scan,
I went to get a sonogram and I sent him this picture.
I felt scared. I was really scared.
So, before we do this little co-parenting video, I know we've talked about before, probably a couple years ago on my channel, how one of your regrets was not meeting Everly earlier. And I never really got, that explanation to what was going on, during my pregnancy and after she was born, did you move to Canada?
No,
what happened?
no.
Were you still in Texas?
No, I was still in Texas, but when you told me, I was just shocked. I was
Yeah.
wow. So I talked to my mom obviously about it. I told her that what I wanted before anything, before I got into Everly's life, let's just get a paternity test before any actions were stepped forward. Basically, I wasn't there for the 10 months, right? So Maddie had the most hate for me, which was correct. And I messed up right there, and I did.
This whole time, all I have said is, I know who Everly's dad is. He's the only person I've ever been with, which remains true. But he wanted to get proof. They said, okay, so for the paternity results, handed them forward. He is the father. I've been telling y'all this literally for freaking almost a year.
I just couldn't accept the fact that it happened, but it happened.
Oh, I was so mad at you. Like, I literally, oh my gosh. It did get pretty bad, and I was really upset. I'd post things on my social media and be like, he's a piece of crap, and like say all these things. I thought to myself, he's gonna take her away from me. I was hurting. Me and him had left off on bad terms, and I kind of turned that pain into anger, which I really do regret. I feel like I should have pushed harder and been nicer. I should have realized that like parenting is a two-way road. But at that time, for me, I was just kind of like, I was still resenting everything that had happened. I was really selfish with Everly.
Today is a special vlog because Everly will be meeting her dad for the first time in her life. Everly, you're gonna meet your dad. How do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
I feel like it would just be a lot better if I would have like came out like, hey, like this is my daughter, this beautiful angel. Like, yeah, like it would have been different, but I was gone for that 10 months and I can't do anything about it now. Just to be there for her.
You kind of get that mentality where it's the villain and the hero, and you make yourself the hero and you make the other person the villain, but it's not like that. You're just both basically side characters. Everly's the hero.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we got to talk about this, and I think it's really good to kind of get these things out in the open before we film our video telling other people how to co-parent when we're not professionals ourselves.
Yeah.
All right.
Arson Diamond?
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Okay, so we're gonna start with something like a bit more simple, and even though it's super simple, we've definitely fought over it.
Definitely.
Just like the times for visitation, because when you're co-parenting,
We both want her.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
I think it went really well. We've never actually discussed this just on our own terms. I think it's really good that we were able to talk about those things civilly, and it just really shows how far things have come from where they were before. Come on! All right, girl. Do you have shoes on? Yeah. So many people assume I'm a bad mom just because I'm a teenager, but I have the same capacity to parent as anybody on this world. A good mom is somebody who drops everything for their child. I dropped my whole childhood. Nice. Be careful by the edge. I do everything for that little girl. She is my entire world. And I feel like she can have such an impact. Do you know any of those letters?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I think this one is A.
That's the one I just pointed to, and she
Yeah,
said she doesn't know. Good job, baby. You're so smart. She wants to be the first astronaut on Jupiter. She's gonna do it. You done with it?
I don't with it. Yeah.
We found out we were pregnant when we were 15.
We are teen parents. We've been dating for about 9 months before we found out Olivia was pregnant.
People were definitely shocked.
Yeah.
How did your parents feel when you told them?
So my first thought was, how am I ever going to tell her dad? Because he didn't even want her to have a boyfriend.
Well, I think I was probably speechless at first because, you know, it's a life changer for everybody.
He's kind of like, what's going on? Hi. Hi. It's a star.
Hi, I'm Olivia,
I'm Cole.
and this is Loveland. Before we had Loveland, I was a cheerleader and Cole was on the football team. We found out we were pregnant when we were 15.
Liv and I met our sophomore year. We met through a friend that I played baseball with. So we'd been dating for about 9 months before we found out Olivia was pregnant.
We decided to make a post on social media and it said it's a girl. We did that because we didn't want to individually tell all of our friends and family. So we just made that post and we got a bunch of support and love from it. People were definitely shocked.
Yeah, my parents were really shocked at first. They just sat me down and they said, you know, this is your responsibility if she decides to keep the baby.
How did your parents feel when you told them?
I was sitting at this kitchen table and Olivia had been sick for about a week or so, maybe a bit longer. And then she told me And I was completely blindsided and naive. I didn't even ever in a million years think that that was going to happen to Olivia.
When I first told you, I was terrified.
So my first thought was, how am I ever going to tell her dad? Because he didn't even want her to have a boyfriend.
Well, I mean, I probably came off as mad, but maybe more disappointed than anything else because, you know, it's a life changer for everybody.
Your dad was super mad, super mad. Mad at Cole, mad at Olivia, and really mad at me. But I just thought to myself, that's fine. You can be mad at me all you want, but I'm just going to continue to love you. And we're gonna raise this little girl together. And now I don't want her to ever move out now that she's been here.
Thank you.
I would say maybe a week or two. He could settle down a little bit.
I mean, having a baby in the house is a life changer for everybody. And so, you know, as young children, not quite adults, they don't understand how much work it is, right? So there's a lot of concerns with that and of course the future and how it's going to affect everybody.
I couldn't believe how many stories that I heard about parents not being supportive, and I just was shocked because I couldn't believe. I always thought in my mind, you do anything for your kids.
Olivia is way more responsible than I ever imagined she would be. So she's grown up very quickly. They do a fantastic job with her. At first there were a few people that called me grandpa and I did not like that. I mean, I made me so mad. But I've gotten over that and now I laugh about it of course now, but it is what it is, right?
All I wanted was you to have a healthy baby. We got healthy and perfect.
Olivia is a very strong individual and what other people say for the most part doesn't affect her feelings. She continues to move forward, so I'm very proud of her for that.
Just people saying, you know, oh, don't try to normalize teen pregnancy, and that's not what we want to do.
Being a teen parent isn't very ideal, and then when they see us succeeding, they're just jealous.
I mean, I think teen pregnancy has always been seen as just an overall negative thing. It doesn't have to be that way.
They've just done a really, really good job. They've exceeded our expectations as far as parents. We knew they'd be good parents. We didn't know they'd be this amazing.
I found out I was pregnant at 15 years old.
I was 17 years old. I was shocked, obviously.
I feel the people staring and I feel the judgment. People stop and be like, wait a minute, they do not look of age. Getting pregnant very young was a very irresponsible decision to make, but we are just like any other parent.
My parents were disappointed.
I think my mom was even more disappointed in me because she had the experience of being a young mother.
I was devastated. At what point did I let my guard down and fail my daughter?
So do you remember when I first told you I was pregnant? When I first found out I was pregnant, I was very shocked. I mean, of course. But at the same time, you know, we knew what we were doing. And are you making a snake? And, you know, the outcome of what being irresponsible does. Can you say please?
Kat and Grant were only together for 8 months before Kat realised she was pregnant.
I found out I was pregnant at 15 years old.
I was 17 years old. We got together, started dating in May 2016, and then we found out she was pregnant in January of 2017.
Having a child is very straining. You can read the books and read the blogs, but you never know until you really do it. No, don't throw. Don't throw. I think one of the biggest complications with raising Toby has been really just balancing out what we still need to do just as humans. We needed to finish high school. We're trying to finish college and we are, you know, full-time employees. But I wouldn't change anything about it. I'd take a day with my son over anything.
As well as the pressures of parenthood, the couple have had to deal with the negative reactions of people around them.
I feel the people staring and I feel judgment. They see a girl who obviously doesn't even look 18, walking around with a newborn or, a baby bump. I sacrificed my body for 9 months and I went through childbirth, yet people still make me feel like I'm less of a mom.
And one particular incident has stuck in Kat's memory.
I do remember one moment. I was maybe like 7 or 8 months along. I was just walking through the store with my mom. One of my mom's friends had come up to us and she looked at me and she was like, everybody knows what you did now and everything that you're doing, behind closed doors. And I just really wanted to hide it. I wasn't proud of it. I just felt like I should just stay inside all the time and just don't let anybody see what was going on with me. If an older woman who was already married, nobody would have said something like that to her. People would be like, oh, congratulations, be happy that you're having a child.
It's heavier in there.
But it wasn't just their local community. Kat and Grant's parents also found the pregnancy difficult to accept.
When I first found out, it was like, oh crap. It was shocking.
You're upset, then you get mad, then you cry because you're upset.
My parents were disappointed, but they told me that Kat and I would have their full support no matter what.
And then you just figure, well, this is something we got to get over, because it's not going to go away.
Right. And we embraced it. It was, I wouldn't change anything. I love having my grandson. Yeah. I love him.
But it was Kat's mum, Kelly, who found the pregnancy hardest to accept.
When I found out that my 15-year-old daughter was pregnant, I was devastated. And not that her life was ruined, but devastated of the challenges that she would forever face. When it could have happened, where did it happen? At what point did I let my guard down and fail my daughter?
So do you remember when I first told you I was pregnant?
I was out of town. I think the immediate reaction was like, holy crap, this really is. My youngest was 8 at the time, so I was just getting all my kids in school full time, and then to see my 15-year-old have a shock. My first child I had at 18. Imagine still learning your body and going through hormonal changes, and then add a pregnancy on top of that, and then a birth, and then a newfound relationship while you're raising a baby.
I really appreciated, just telling me that it's gonna be okay. Even though we didn't know, we never know it's gonna be okay, but that assurance from you was probably the number one thing that made me confident. When we were at the store with your friend and she had looked at me and said, well, now everybody knows what you did. Even though it hurt me, it brought us closer because like you said, it made you more protective and it made you just embrace it.
When my friend had made a comment to Kat, it takes you to disgust, a shame, not just for your child, but for yourself.
Did you say anything to a friend when she said that?
I don't recall saying anything defending of my daughter.
If you could say something to her now, what would you say?
Everybody knew what you did when you were pregnant too. The thing I'm most proud about her is owning it. She owned it. She owned it. She got pregnant and had a baby a month before she turned 16. She missed a year of high school and still graduated on time. Early! I mean, really.
2 years on, Kat and Grant have had time to reflect on their choices.
I think getting pregnant very young was a very irresponsible decision to make. I do know for sure that so many other teen moms and teen parents that I talk to agree that, they love their child so much, but, if they could have just waited even just 1 or 2 more years, I feel the same way. I just feel so fortunate for what we have because we're so supported and so many other teen parents don't get that support. We deserve that recognition that we're doing the parenting thing and despite everything.
This is Cheyenne. She fell in love with Donye. Not long after they started dating, they realised Cheyenne was pregnant.
I was 16 years old and I saw the positive pregnancy test.
I was more scared than anything. I was 15, and I was like, this is crazy.
But in addition to the complexities of facing teen parenthood, the couple's decision to keep the baby was frowned upon by family and friends.
When my mom found out I was pregnant, she was very angry. She wanted me to get an abortion and then she kicked me out. I've had to cut off many friends. They wanted to party and drink and do all this stuff, and like, I couldn't go do that. The friends coming over today, I haven't seen them since I had Aviel. I'm pretty nervous to see them again.
I think the friends are here.
I'm Cheyenne Pedrati, I'm 18.
I'm Danya, I'm 17.
We met through mutual friends, mainly on Snapchat. We just randomly like added each other.
I was like, dude, she's hot. I was like, I try to touch her all the time.
Danya and Cheyenne first met over social media a little under 2 years ago, and it didn't take long for romance to blossom in real life.
I remember that night you had kissed me for a TikTok.
Oh yeah, I kissed him first while filming a TikTok. We started hanging out alone like every day, and then he would spend the night a lot, and it just kind of went from there.
But after only a few months of dating, Cheyenne found out she was pregnant.
I was 16 years old and I saw the positive pregnancy test. There was a million thoughts going through my head. I was like, okay, what do I do? How do I go about this? How am I gonna tell my mom? Like, how is this gonna work? Am I gonna be able to keep the baby?
I like the blue dress.
I was just overall like confused.
I got the text and it was like a picture of the pregnancy test. I was more scared than anything because like I was 15 and I was like, this is crazy. It's okay. Why are you so cranky? Like, we already knew.
Basically the condom broke and we knew that.
Yeah.
But we didn't really do anything about that because we knew there was like a chance, but then we also thought like, we're fine. You know, I'm not gonna get pregnant. And then I ended up actually getting pregnant.
Yeah.
No, you eat that. Obviously in school and everything, they tell you like safe sex, birth control, condoms. We thought we were being safe and all of it. And I was like, teen pregnancy, that's just something you see like on TV or in the movies. It's not gonna happen to me. You want some?
It's gonna be okay, look.
You don't think about it that way until it actually happens to you.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
I was terrified to tell my mom that I was pregnant. She was asleep.
Yeah, she passed out.
So when my mom found out I was pregnant, she was very angry, which I didn't understand at the time. She wanted me to get an abortion and then she kicked me out, so I had to go stay with my grandma.
I go get her. I go get her. It's okay. My grandparents, they're like 100% supportive. They were like more supportive than like my actual like own
They're
family.
obsessed.
Yeah, they're obsessed. They always ask to like watch her and be around her all the time.
After my mom kicked me out, I did feel like eventually she was gonna come around. It just takes some time. Once I moved back in, she supported me and helped me during labor. She was the one person with me. Looking back at it, I do understand where my mom was coming from. In the moment, it felt like the end of the world, like it was not okay. But now I understand, like she was just looking out for me. I've had to cut off many friends. Some of them still were supportive, but they wanted to party and drink and do all this stuff, and like I couldn't go do that. I think some people didn't understand that and didn't understand like the responsibility I took on to be a mom. The friends coming over today, I haven't seen them since I had Aviel. I stopped talking to them mid-pregnancy. They kind of just wanted to do normal teenage things, which I get. I'm pretty nervous to see them again. A part of me is nervous they're not even gonna show up. I don't know exactly how they feel about me being a teen mom. They were some of my closest friends, and them not checking on me, it really like, it's kind of upsetting.
When I found out Cheyenne was pregnant, I was actually really shocked, honestly, because like she was our best friend, and I just didn't expect it at all from Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I was at work and she texted me and I didn't believe her. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I was like, oh, like she's having a baby.
I think her friends are here.
Hi. Oh, it's so cute in here. Oh, stop.
She has big eyes.
Can I hold her? Hi, honey. Stop, this is so cute. Is she gonna start crying? Yep. It's okay. It's okay.
How has your friendship changed over the past year, since everything?
She's definitely been way more busy,
Yeah.
Can't hang out
busy.
as much.
But I feel like the friendship has not changed at all. We just obviously don't hang out as much because she has a baby, which is understandable.
Literally.
Do you think the dynamic has changed with your friends?
I don't know. I think it's a complicated situation. It's hard to see the other person's perspective. I feel like most teenagers our age, they want to just go out and party and drink and all of that, and nobody really wants to hang out with a baby instead when they could be doing that on their Friday night. Alright, well, she's gonna go down for her nap soon or else she's gonna be all cranky later.
Okay, well, I want to come start seeing her, so just text me.
We want to come see her again.
Yeah, Cheyenne,
Okay.
text me.
Answer your phone.
I will.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. Say bye.
See you later.
Bye, Leo.
Even though I've lost some friends and family along the way, I still have Danye and I still have Aviel, and you literally cannot be upset or mad around a baby. Look at her.
I think our relationship works because at the end of the day, we both know that we have stuff to get done.
We're in no way promoting teen pregnancies or anything, but if it does happen, then I don't think it matters what age you are. I think it's the capability. It's really nobody else's business how you live your life. It's you and your family, your child. It's up to you. And honestly, I just find it rewarding to prove people wrong.